don't worry, we're going to break down that last possession there and laugh, because that's really all you can do at this point is laugh. 2 games in a row now where we have the ball in these final potential game-winning possessions, and we just absolutely melt down and make terrible decisions. And there's this great freeze frame of Jimmy and Terry with hilarious body language that really exudes like, oh wow, we really messed that one up, didn't we? As bad as that awful play was, the common thread in all of the Miami Heat's losses this season, yes, I've talked about the bad third quarters ad nauseum, but the common thread in every loss is that Jimmy and Bam have been either mediocre or less than stellar or just flat out bad in all of our losses. And we are never going to beat good teams when our 2 highest paid best players are mediocre at best. And honestly, they're not our best players right now. I mean, they definitely weren't our best players last night. Our best players last night were Tyler and Haywood Highsmith. Like I said in the last video, I want more Haywood Highsmith minutes. I think a lot of people want to see more Haywood. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more Haywood now. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 for 8 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. We did see an adjustment with Haywood starting in the second half in place of Jovic. I like that. I think it's great for our defense. I like Jovic, I do, but I just don't think he fits with that starting unit. And I think he's going to probably, as the season goes, becomes maybe like start, but not play as many minutes and just kind of become more of a rotation player. And you're probably going to see more of Haywood because, yeah, even though he's 6'4", 6'5", we still benefit from his defense so much. And Tyler, I can't say enough good things about Tyler. Decision making, his passing, his reading the defense, how physical he is now, putting on that muscle, taking the ball to the basket, how balanced his game is, how consistent of a shooter he is, a poise and maturity that he's been playing with. But if you're going to get a mediocre to less than stellar Jimmy and Bam, we can talk all day long. This, that, rotations, who starts, who doesn't start, should Terry be benched, should Haywood start, blah, blah, blah. Coel Ware minutes last night, that's cool. All that stuff's cool, but when you're going to get performances that we've seen out of Jimmy and Bam this season, you're going to be an at best 500 team. So that needs to be solved. And it's just so perplexing, this inability to finish, the inability to hit shots. And it's Jimmy, it's Bam, and Terry too. I think he was like 2 for 10 from the field and 1 for 7 from 3. I mean, just brutal. And Jimmy and Bam missing these bunnies, not being able to finish at the rim. It kills us. It really hurts. And we saw Coel Ware. I was very happy with it. Now look, Coel Ware at this point in his career, he's so young, he's so raw. He's not going to go in there and be phenomenal. He's going to be raw. He's going to take some lumps, but you could see the potential. The thing with Coel Ware is when you have a guy that's that tall and that long, it changes how the team you're playing operates on offense. It makes a guard and a point guard think twice. When they're driving into the paint and then they see him around, they're probably going to drive back out. That's a big deal. When you have a guy in there, that changes how a team operates. Just having that presence in there is a good thing and something that we could really, really use. And it's really too bad because this was overall a pretty good game. I mean, they played pretty well. We finally didn't have a third quarter meltdown. I know the Suns ended the third quarter on a really big run. Yeah, we blew a 15-point lead, but we still tied the quarter 29-29. And remember, you're playing the Suns. They're having a great season so far. Coach Bud has been really good for them. Really happy for Coach Bud. Everything he went through with getting fired from the Bucks and his brother passing away in a car accident, and now he's coaching the Bucks and they're doing well. Happy for Coach Bud. You have a team where you're talking about Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, so it's not surprising when they go on big runs. But you know, you had 29-29 third quarter. No one can stop Kevin Durant. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, and that's such a mismatch. I mean, he's got to be what? At least like half a foot taller than Haywood Highsmith. And, no one has an answer for that guy. His shot is so impossible to stop. And man, those shots that he hit down the stretch was just a dagger after dagger after dagger. There was, I think in the last maybe 2 minutes, I think Kevin Durant had like 3 different jump shots that just killed us. Okay, so real quick with this embarrassment of the last play, what did we see? We saw the ball get inbounded to Terry. Terry gets blitzed. For some reason, Terry throws the ball to Jimmy way inside the three-point line. I guess that's because he got blitzed. Maybe that was the best kind of pass he could muster up. I don't know if that was a brain fart and he forgot that we needed a three, but Jimmy caught the ball in a real awkward place and had to catch it and then run back out to the three. And then I don't know where Jimmy's brain was at, because there is, I think, 1 second left on the shot clock. He has no choice but to take the shot. He's in midair and decides to pass the ball to Tyler, who's like 3 feet away from him, and I'm pretty sure he was standing out of bounds anyway. And that was that. Why he didn't shoot that shot, I'll never understand. Brain fart. This is the second game in a row where he has had 2 bad decisions in very, very clutch situations. So not good. Not good from Jimmy and Bam so far this season. The logical thing in a situation like that would be what? Would be, okay, we're down 3. We need a 3-point shot. Maybe we should get the ball to the best shooters on our team. Tyler or Duncan. They were both in the game. Jimmy has been awful from 3 all season. I think he's shooting like 20% from 3. And Terry that night was shooting 1 for 7 from 3. So that's it. Once again, terrible video, mediocre team, mediocre season. Our 2 star players aren't playing well. At least Tyler's doing great, so good for him. Really happy for Tyler. The rotation guys, happy. It's cool. Haywood's awesome, great. Pell Larson, very happy with him. Coel Ware, very interesting to watch him. Good to see Duncan playing pretty well again. Kevin Love, I think, is coming back. I think Jaime's going to come back eventually. That'll be interesting to see what happens with that. We hit our foul shots. We didn't have a total, complete third quarter meltdown. We tied 29-29. But like I said, the common thread in all of our losses this season has been a Jimmy and Bam that are not stepping up in the way that they should step up. And that's really the summary of this video. I don't know what else to talk about besides that. We're clearly good enough to compete with some pretty good teams. We did it with the Knicks, we did it with the Kings, we did it with the Suns, but we don't have that oomph to get us over the edge.